How's everybody doing? Good morning, New York City. We usually record these episodes of the House of Business. Well, welcome to the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. This is a place where we give you the knowledge and tools to execute your dreams and visions. Welcome to the House of Business Podcast. Now, we are recording this episode earlier. This is a pre-record, but we are pre-recording this episode to launch at 6 p.m. We may launch it earlier, but just due to my schedule, I'm going to go ahead and record it now. So good morning. We usually record these 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or go live with these particular episodes on our YouTube channel or our Daily Motion channel. But we would like to give you guys a sneak peek. What's nothing's wrong with being early. So welcome to the House of Business Podcast 2.0. We hope you guys are having a great morning this morning. Also go and check out our other podcast, which is the Morning Roasted Podcast. It is temporarily only on the Daily Motion social media platform. You guys can go and check that out. Daily Motion is kind of like another rendition of TikTok, but it's awesome. It's awesome. Today we're going to be talking about and discussing why business operational systems matter, and this is for all. Now, this particular podcast, I like to remind people of this. When I started this podcast, it was for business owner wannabes, and I hate to say it like that, but this was for particular people who wanted to go into business. They really didn't know exactly how to get into business. They weren't trained to be an entrepreneur. They weren't trained on how to execute their dreams and their visions. They didn't know where to start. Their family members, even though they had a little bit more than them, some people's family members were gatekeepers. They wanted to stop them from getting to their level, even though they weren't at a high level. I really don't understand that. It's some people right now, they may have $10,000 in the bank and they would try to stop a family member from getting to a point where he has a nice car, a nice house, and $10,000 in the bank, when that's really nothing. I just told someone the other day, I said $1 million isn't nothing. By the time you get to digging into it, you have a little, if you don't know what to do with it, it's going to destroy you. Some people say, man, if I was a millionaire, I'll do this, I'll do that. Yeah, you'll buy people houses, you'll buy cars, you'll enjoy it. But then you don't reinvest. You're going to waste all the money. In a couple of years, you might have a nice car that you bought, and you may be living in it if you're not careful. If you don't know how to reinvest and make that money work for you, it doesn't really matter if you're a millionaire. Especially you better not have any habits, bad habits that can affect your health. And you come into such a large amount of money, you'll probably end up killing yourself if you're not disciplined. So I was just telling somebody the other day, man, like, shoot, man, $1 million is really not a lot of money unless you really know how to 10x it or 5x it, or multiply it, and have that strategy or that skill set to multiply. But like I said, this business was for the entrepreneurs, the people that want to become entrepreneurs. They didn't know where to start. They don't really understand business to the point of getting where they need to go. There's some people just need a bridge, and that bridge could be knowledge, that bridge could be information to kind of get the ball rolling in people's lives. It also starts with the mindset. So this is also a podcast to help you to cultivate a mindset, an entrepreneur's mindset, to help you to move forward in life. It all starts in the mind, and we just talked about on our other podcast, The Untold Truth About Manifestation. So, and we want to manifest those dreams, but there is a process, and there's action, there's discipline, consistency, and an effort, a laser-focused effort, and actions that need to be taken to manifest these things, these dreams, and these goals. Okay, so why business operational systems matter. Now, this is the cream de la cream. This is the cream of the crop. If you are a up-and-coming business owner, or if you are a business owner, if you do not leave a job and go and work overtime basically for free at another. You do not create another job. So If you own a job and you left a job and you want to become an entrepreneur, you do not leave your job to go and create another job where you have more hours. That's basically saying that I started a business. I used to work 40 hours a week. Now that I started a business, I work 80 hours a week. You say, how is that possible? It's very possible. You do not leave a job to create another job. So we're going to tell you, how do you get out of that rat race or keeping up with people's hours? You're the manager, you're the owner, you are the marketer. How do you get out of that? For one, you need to hire your weaknesses, things that you can do well, but you do not have time to do. You need to hire those people immediately, especially if your company is generating capital. If your company is generating capital, at least enough capital where you can hire a virtual assistant to take care of some of those minuscule tasks that you have, you need to hire them immediately. You can find some of the best virtual assistants from the Philippines and other areas across the world for as low as $5 an hour. So you need to do that immediately. Number two is you need to do exactly what we're talking about here. Create operational systems. And we're going to give you 3 points of why those operational systems matter, why they truly do matter. Number one, business operational systems are a silent driver of growth. If you want to drive growth within your company, I like to tell people that creating a business operational system where it runs on its own is basically like the Stone Age AI in the business world. Before AI, there was operational systems that kept everything automated and kept everything moving forward without you being there. That is what these operational systems do. But these business operational systems are a silent driver of growth, and we're going to tell you exactly what these operational systems are. Let's do that now. If you don't know what an business operational system is, it is basically anything in your business that is repetitively done over and over and over. It needs to have a system, an exact way on how to execute that task. If you have a task that every day, the number one thing is opening your business. Every day you have to open your business for your business to run or for you to operate it. So there needs to be a system set in place on how to open a business, how to open a business, and also how to close the business when it's time to leave. So if I have a retail store, if I'm going into the retail store, the first thing I need to do is when I open a business, I need to turn all the lights on. I need to check the cash registers, fill them up with the $300 to count down the drawers for the different cashiers that comes in. Me as being a manager, opening up the retail store, and then I need to get a inventory sheet, and I need to get an inventory sheet. I need to see what inventory we have on hand. I need to check and see if there's anything missing. If we need to order anything else, I may need to check once I get time to kind of sit down, I need to check the trends and fashions or whatever. So, but there's a certain way that you open up that store. I like to, I think kind of deep sometimes, but a simple way that you open up a store or even a restaurant. Let's go with that. A restaurant. I come in. I'm the manager of the restaurant, or I'm the whatever of the restaurant. I come in. I unlock the door. As soon as I come in through the kitchen, I turn all the lights on. I preheat the stove. I light the stove and get it ready. If you guys have to light your stoves, I preheat the ovens. I check the temperatures on the cooler, the freezer. I check the temperatures on, everything that needs to be checked at that particular moment. I grab an inventory sheet. I start to do inventory. I'll take inventory of, we have enough cheese. If we have enough this, we have enough this. And based off of that inventory sheet of what we're lacking and what we do have, then I will create a order sheet or order list with the food supplier that we use. So that's opening up a restaurant for the most part, and that's kind of like in layman's terms, that's not the full process, but that is just like to give you an idea of what an operational system is. If you do that every day, you need to create a system for it. If you fold napkins every day, there needs to be a system for it. If at 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. you do whatever, deliveries or whatever, there needs to be a system for it. Okay, Operational systems create consistency, efficiency, and scalability behind the scenes. And I want you to know, and you as it helps you as an entrepreneur to focus on your vision and the innovation of the company instead of just like the daily chaos. A lot of things can be simplified through a system. You don't have to worry about when you hire a new person. Once you hire this new person, they're doing a task, but they're doing it completely different, than how you originally did. You're like, don't do it like that. Oh man, this is something that, you do not have to micromanage. The system is the micromanager for the company. You don't have to micromanage someone and look over their shoulder and tell them, well, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. The system becomes the manager. The system, you become the trainer, but the system becomes the manager. When you have a business operational system, there's no need for micromanagement. If someone cannot execute the task according to the system, it doesn't mean that they're a bad employee. But it does mean that they are not doing a certain task to your standard, and they can be reprimanded for that. So it's not like, man, you're not a good employee, I have to let you go. It's just that you're not following our systems so that we can, man, this is another thing as well. I hate to get so ahead of myself. But another thing is the reason for these operational systems is just to make sure that you get the same quality of a product every time. I don't care if Jim is the cook for the day, and then and it's usually Bill. You know what I mean? But Jim is that same. That you're gonna get that same tiramisu when Jim's doing it, as if Bill's there. Because there is a system that this particular company makes that certain dish. Okay, number two, and this is why business operational systems matter. Number two is it helps to turn repetition into automation. We kind of went over that a little bit, but when you identify repetitive tasks, you systemize it through SOPs, which is standard operation procedures, and other ways. So, anything that you have to do repetitively, you need to systemize it. This frees your time and helps you to become, like I said, helps you to focus on the innovation of the company. It helps you to focus on the vision of the company. Anything that you do repetitively inside of a company, inside of your business, you need to systemize it. If there's a certain way that you want the floors clean, it needs to be placed inside of a system. That way you won't have to worry about training someone every 5 seconds to perform and execute a task to your standard. You can give them the system, and that system makes sure or ensures that you get the same outcome. It doesn't matter if Susan mops the floor, and then next if Brian mops the floor. If there's a system put in place that this company holds a certain standard of the way that the floor should be cleaned, what needs to happen is that by using this system, you are going to get the same result no matter who mops the floor. You're going to get the same result no matter who the cashier is. You're going to get the same result no matter what happens. So that is why you need a business operational system. Everything that is repetitive, you need to put it into a system what turns it into automation. It automates it. Number three, sustainability and long-term success is the reason why operational systems matter. Strong operational systems build trust with employees, customers, and investors by ensuring that the business runs smoothly. When you have these operational systems, I like to tell people about operational systems. The number one thing that you need to know about these operational systems, if I was to go to McDonald's, if I went to McDonald's in Michigan, and I went to McDonald's in Texas, guess what? They're going to have the same exact Big Mac at the same exact quality. You know why they're going to have the same exact quality and the same exact Big Mac in Texas as they're going to have in Michigan? Because they have an operational system put in place on how to cook that burger. You know what I mean? So first they're going to get the bun, then they're going to get the patty, then they're going to get there's an operational system put in place on how to cook a Big Mac from start to finish. And if I go to Texas, McDonald's in Texas, and go to McDonald's in Michigan, there's going to be the exact same burger at the same exact quality because they use that same exact business operational system to make sure that they get the same exact result. So that is why you need to have a business operational system when you open up a company. When you open up a company, there needs to be a business operational system on how how you open up your business. There needs to be a business operational system on how you count down your drawer. There needs to be a business operational system on the way that you conduct inventory, the way that you deliveries, how you there needs to be a business operational system on anything that you do repetitively throughout your company. I don't care what it is. If there needs to be a business operational system and a procedure on how you conduct interviews. You know, there needs to be an onboarding business operational system on how you hire employees. There needs to be an operational system on all of these aspects of your business to ensure that your business runs smoothly. And by your business running smoothly like this, it also helps to attract investors. When an investor wants to know about your company, he wants to know, how is your business ran? You want to say, we automated everything. You do not even have to be here for this business to start to generate capital. You know why you don't have to be here for this business to generate capital? Because we have set systems in place that automate all the minuscule tasks, and it frees up our time. Some people don't even have to hire a lot of employees because they have already set up systems to automate some of the small tasks that they don't need to hire anyone for. I don't need to hire someone to do cold calling or someone to do like emailing to send out mass emails, because I've already automated a system through MailChimp to send out 2,000 emails to all of our contacts for every update that we ever have. So every update that we have within our company, any newsletter that we have, there's automatically a mass email sent out to make sure that everyone that's in our database gets that, or that is subscribed to our newsletter gets those things. So I want you to know, this is why business operational systems matter. This is the House of Business Podcast 2.0. This is your host, Caleb Thompson. This is the place where we give you the knowledge and tools to execute your dreams and visions. If you guys would like to be a guest on the podcast, you can contact us. You can contact me personally at CEO@outlook.com. CEO CL Thompson at outlook.com. My name is Caleb Thompson. You can also find me on LinkedIn at Caleb L. Thompson. I am the owner of Thompson Square Gardens Restaurant Company. You can also find me with that tag as well. But we'll see you guys back here next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, this was pre-recorded at an earlier time. It may be posted at launch at that time, but we just wanted you guys to start your morning off great. Also, check out our other podcast, which is the Morning Roasted Podcast, where we talked about the untold truth of manifestation. We'll see you guys back here next Saturday. Peace.